So there's a weight loss drug that has now been shown to treat obstructive sleep apnea known as Tirzepatide. Now, Tirzepatide is a type 2 diabetes drug that's also known as the brand name Zepbound and has been licensed and approved by the FDA in the US to treat obesity for weight loss. Now, Lilly, who are the manufacturers of the drug, conducted 2 trials, a group of people who took 10 to 15 milligrams of Zepbound compared to a group who took placebo, and then you had another group of people who took Zepbound while also being on a CPAP, which is a device normally used by people for the treatment of the severe sleep apnea. So after 52 weeks, there was a significant reduction in the AHI, otherwise known as the apnea hypopnea index. So the findings were that there was reduced restricted breathing by as much as 63%, with 30 fewer interrupted sleeps a night. They found that by reducing significant weight loss, you also reduce the excess fat around the neck, which means that there's less pressure in the neck that can contribute to sleep apnea. So if you're watching this video, you already know quite an awful lot about obstructive sleep apnea. So with obstructive sleep apnea, when you're asleep, your throat muscles relax, your tongue now falls back into that space, leading to blockage of air through the nose and the mouth. So you get that choking sensation where you wake up gasping for air, or you might experience not breathing for a few seconds, which might not be known to you, but might be your partner or someone else living in the house who maybe watches you sleeping at night. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, or you do not know that you have obstructive sleep apnea, watch out for symptoms as you never feel well rested despite having a good night's sleep. Supposedly, you feel fatigued, you've got brain fog, you're falling asleep during the day, whether it's watching TV, reading a book, or even driving. Now, the apnea hypopnea index, also known as the AHI, is an objective measure of the severity of your obstructive sleep apnea. So it gives you the average number of sleep disruptions per hour of sleep. Basically, it tells you how many times a person stops breathing or slows down per hour of sleep. So if your AHI is less than 5 per hour, it's quite minimal or as good as none. If your AHI is between 5 to 15 per hour, that's mild. If your AHI is 15 to 30 per hour, that's moderate. And if your AHI is more than 30 per hour, that's severe. So people who have moderate to severe AHI usually require CPAP. So CPAP is also known as continuous positive airway pressure, whereby pressurized air is blown through a mask into your nose or mouth to prevent your upper airways from narrowing or collapsing while you sleep. You would note that the CPAP machine is working because you no longer feel fatigued, you feel more rested, you're not falling asleep during the day while you're at work, in front of your desk or in front of the TV. And you can also tell by the AHI index. So if your AHI was, say, 30, with the CPAP machine, it's now gone down to 12 or 10 or even 5. The problem with CPAP is it has side effects where people just cannot tolerate the CPAP, such as congestion, dry mouth, runny nose, nosebleeds, which is why the medication Tirzepatide or Zepbound would be quite useful for those people who cannot tolerate CPAP, and they can use Zepbound to improve their AHI as well as their quality of life. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please take good care of yourselves.